Hi class, welcome to lesson 3.4, perimeter. Objective, I can find the perimeter of an object. Perimeter is the distance around a shape. To measure perimeter, we can use units of length, such as inches, meters, or miles. When might someone want to find the perimeter of an object? I'll give you a minute to think about it, and then I'll show you some of my examples. Well, if I have a house and a pet, such as a dog, I might be interested in putting up a fence. I would need to know the size of each side of my yard. I would have to measure how big my yard is all the way around the house, and then I could tell the fence people how much of that material I would need to order. Another example I might want to know the perimeter is if I was putting in a swimming pool. I would want to tell the people that are installing the pool how long each side of the pool is. That way, they can bring the right materials to build that swimming pool in my yard. To find the perimeter of an object, you need to measure each side of the shape. Then, add the measurements together. Here's an example using a square. In a square, all sides are equal. Each side of this square is 5. In this case, we do not know a unit. We just simply have the number 5 on each side of the square. To find the perimeter, that's represented here with the letter P, we would add the sides together. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 equals 20. The perimeter of this square is 20. Polygons, closed shapes, can be regular. This means all the sides and all the angles are the same size. An example would be a hexagon. If you look at each side of this hexagon, each side is exactly the same length. The angle is made up of where the two sides come together. The angles in this example are also equal. Here's another example. This shows a square. Again, every side of the square is the same length, and every angle makes a nice straight corner. All of these angles are equal. Sometimes polygons are irregular, which means the lengths or the angles are not all the same size. On a rectangle, we have a short side and we have a long side. So these would be different lengths. On this triangle, we have a long side here, a long side here, but a short side on the bottom. So this is another example of an irregular polygon where the lengths of the shape are not all the same size. If a shape is regular and every side is the same length, you only need to know the measurement of one side to find the perimeter. In this example, it's a hexagon, and we know that the length of this side here is 6 centimeters. Since it's a regular polygon, that means every side is also going to be 6 centimeters. Now that those are all written in, I add up my sides to find my perimeter. 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 more, 6 more, and this has 6 sides, so I'm going to double check that I have 6 number 6s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 more, and 6. If I add all of these up, I'm going to have a perimeter that is 36 centimeters. So down here where the P is, I'm going to write 36 centimeters. That would be the perimeter of this regular hexagon. If a shape is not regular, we can still find the perimeter by adding the lengths of each side. This shape is not regular. However, since it's a rectangle, we know that the two long sides are equal. Sometimes you won't see the number written twice like this. You might only see one number 5. Keep in mind, if it's a rectangle, the opposite side is going to be the same measurement. So both of these are 5 centimeters. And then our short side is 2 centimeters. And again, if you only see this one number 2 here, Because it's a rectangle, you know that the bottom side is also going to be 2. So in this case, to find the perimeter, we would add 2 plus 5 plus 2 plus 5, and we would get a perimeter which equals 14 centimeters. Sometimes you might get a problem where you know the perimeter and some of the side lengths, but one length will be missing. Here's an example. We know the perimeter all the way around the shape is equal to 16, but I only have 2 lengths of the sides here, 6 and 6. What I need to do is find out what is this information. Well, I can add my 2 6's together first. 6 plus 6 is 12. So far I've used 12, and I know that all the way around the shape is going to be 16. So what I'm going to do is take that 16 and subtract the 12 to find a difference of 4. The length of this missing side must be equal to 4, and I can double check this by adding 6 and 6 is 12, plus 4 more does equal a perimeter of 16. Your turn to try this out. Here is your first quiz question. Quiz question number 1. Please take out your math notebook. Remember to write the date in the corner. Also write the title of the lesson. This lesson is on perimeter. So if I was setting up my notebook, I would put in the title, perimeter, and then today's date I would list up here in this corner. Today's date is October, and it is the 20th, 2014. Okay, once my paper is set up with the title and the date, then go ahead and write down quiz question number 1. Pause the video and stop it. You need to draw the rectangle in your notebook and solve the problem. This is a rectangle where the length of the top side is 12. And the side over here on the left is 5. You need to figure out what is the perimeter. Quiz question number 2. In this case, we have a unit, so please make sure that you write the unit labels when you're showing your work. Here you have one side equal to 4 meters, another side equal to 3 meters, a bottom side equal to 12 meters, and this is a trapezoid, so this short side here and the opposite side over here are going to be the same length. Your job is to figure out what is the perimeter. Quiz question number 3. Here we have a regular hexagon, and the length of the side that we know is 2 centimeters. Your job is to figure out what the perimeter is. The perimeter equals, please write the number and the unit next to it. And finally, we come to quiz question number 4. In this case, it's a little bit trickier. Try your best. Here we have a rectangle, and we only know the length of one side. We know this side is equal to 5, and this is centimeters. I know that because the bottom has a label here of 14 centimeters, so I'm going to go ahead and add the centimeters here. You need to figure out what this missing side is here. Keep in mind all the way around the shape is going to be 14. You know one measurement here that can help you. Now that you know this measurement, you should be able to find the length of the opposite side, and from there you can subtract to find the difference. That should give you the length of your short side. Good luck, and I will see you back in class tomorrow.